My name is Nazwa Nazira binti Azhar. My metric number is 052889. I would like to present about research methodology. The topic of my research is student certification of open and distance learning among student diploma in banking San Lima, University Sultan Zainal Abidin. Since our country was attacked by coronavirus, so our Prime Minister announced on 16 March Start Movement Control Order (MCO). So all places for learning from kindergartens to higher institute and vocational school will be closed for the duration of the MCO, with higher education institute transitioning to online lecture in some cases. All students start to learn at home. They will be exposed about ODL. ODL or Open Distance Learning is a general term for the use of telecommunication to provide or enhance learning. Around the world, the academic community is discovering and exploring the internet, teleconferencing, and related means to achieve the learning experience. Theoretical framework. Based on theoretical framework, they have two types of variable, which is independent variables, dependent variables. Independent variables have uh, student will develop great self-discipline, reduce costs, and can learn our own pace, can customize your learning environment, flexible schedule. Uh, Independent variables will give effect to dependent variables, which is certification of ODL. The mind of topic will be as a dependent, and the benefit from ODL as a independent variable. So means that all benefit that a student get from the ODL will have of influence to certification of ODL. First, benefit develop great discipline. Why develop great self-discipline is one of benefit that student will get from ODL. When online classes, you are not looking for someone to tell you what to do. You are already doing it. Do all required readings and assignments and follow all your deadline without waiting for someone who asks you to do that. If students not understand what lecturer was teaching, they will speed it up. Online classes enable you to write to site in forums where you post what the whole class get to see. To know when to press submit and when to review before you do, you need to write well and also be self-disciplined sufficiently. No matter how hard we focus on online learning, there are always a few items that generate distractions. This distraction from you can only be stopped by your true inspirations. So seek to return to the very inspiration you have for the course if you sleep against them. This will help you remind stay of the true cause. So from this point, it will help students to get certification from the ODL. Second benefit that students can get from ODL is reduce costs and learn on their pace. Fees of college will reduce the cost because students no need to pay for the cost of hostel. Another costly effect of conventional college education that alleviates online education is textbooks. Many of the course material are included in the program due to the modern nature of e-learning, and electronic textbook rentals are becoming more available. So students don't need to buy textbook to use in the class because we give research like ebook, like e-textbook, and we also can get resources from access on Google. The student also no need to pay for the cost of transportation and so on because online classes we can learn at anywhere. Online learning also makes students can learn their own pace. That is means students generally do not follow a fixed timeline, but instead encourage users to set their own tempo by selecting from the different tasks, course material, and training methods on offer. They can learn at any times and anywhere. Certain students can focus learn at night because all the people sleep and they can focus when all the places are silent. Hypotheses that I get from research uh, from research the topic. Firstly, The more benefit that student can get from ODL, the greater level of student satisfaction. Secondly, develop self-discipline is the important benefit that really rely on the student satisfaction because without self-discipline, students will give up early with their new environment of learning. Third, flexible schedule is positively really on student satisfaction because when online learning, they will busy with class and also daily life. Fourth, reduce costs and learn in their own pace also the important benefit that positively relate with the student satisfaction because we all already know that during pandemic of COVID-19, certain family have financial problem. Lastly, develop technical skill is positively related to student satisfaction because it will give advance for students that have this skill. It will easy the student get the job after graduate. Objective, objective on the research that I made uh, to spread awareness to students that open and distance learning give the important benefit that can help students in future. This is my objective. Research methodology. In my research, I use quantitative method, which is primary data was collected based on the survey that I made to student diploma in banking to answer all my questions about my topic that I'm studying. I also use secondary data collected by article, journal, and available information in the internet. Tools that I am used to make a survey is Google Form. That questionnaire divided into three sections. First section is generally about open and distance learning. Second section is about do they agree that online learning give them a lot of benefit. And the last section is about cons that online learning give the student, and from that I would like to solve all the cons so student will not look at the negative side of the ODL. All the questions are related to my objective research. Research design. In my way of finishing this research, I use descriptive research. This is because online learning is widely considered to deliver a lot of advantages. The main pros that I got from responder are develop self-discipline, develop technical skill, have flexible schedule, reduce costs, and can learn their own pace. This is why this style was picked. I have gathered the data that can be claimed as a cross-sectional analysis. It only takes about 3 to 4 days to collect the result. Data analysis. The number of responses 44, male 24% and female 76. Based on responses that student the IB5 give me, 70% agree that ODL have cons only, and 30% agree that ODL have pros and cons that student must face no matter what. They agree that ODL can develop self-discipline, develop technical skill, have flexible schedule, reduce costs, and can learn our own pace. But they also give their problem that they have to face when online learning. All that problem, I would like to solve it. First problem that the IB5 give first is student less motivational during online classes. Solution that I give is firstly, students should set goals. To stop becoming frustrated and exhausted, set small, attainable target for each class. Keep track of your priorities or create a spreadsheet to track your success by writing them on sticky notes and sticking them in your house. And not minor milestones are going to help contribute to the overall goal. Secondly, create a schedule to continue on assignments so that you can finish your coursework while also having time to do the things you want to do. Schedule set hours to log in and prepare for your lesson. Make notes on your calendar or computer of due date. And build in enough break to give your mind the time to take what you are studying. Getting a strategy will improve the odds of success. Next, reward yourself. Everybody deserves a pat any now and then on the shoulder. Take time to consider your successor as you finish your coursework, whether you done a very full textbook chapter or completely rock an exam. Reveling in your success and taking break will allow you to retain a good outlook and remain encouraged. Second problem that students have to face it when ODL, lack of communication. Uh, this is my solving. Even in an online learning environment, peer-to-peer group operations and online seminar that require collaboration must be included. In doing so, we will ensure that e-learning does not fail to teach students the requisite communication skill in actual working environments to excel. Third problem is cheating assessment during online class. Solution: anti-cheating mechanism needs to be set in effect by every online education institution in order to protect the authenticity of online education. Online proctoring systems such as MSD, which use numerous anti-cheating initiatives such as automated ID checking and machine learning to identify dishonest test taker are the most common anti-cheating method currently used in online learning. Lastly, the last problem is internet problem that certain student has to face it. Solution: at home, you just need to find a high-speed internet connection and know where you can get technical assistance for your connection and other software-related technical issues and tools for successful learning. If at the home you cannot find internet connection, students should apply to stay in college because we already know that all the university offer students who have internet problem at home can apply to stay in college because they will make sure students did not have any problem at all learning. They do not want because of that problem student cannot perform in final exam. Conclusion from the research that I made. Uh, The study has been done with the main objective spread awareness to students that open and distance learning give the important benefit that can help students in future. By using questionnaire distribution, this study was taken 42 respondents, which are student diploma in banking, Samima Unisa. The feedback from the students that I believe has been analysed by analysing them about ODL and they also give opinion about ODL. As the result, 70% agreed that ODL just have cons and 30% only agree that ODL have pros and cons. They also give opinion about problems that they have to face it during online class. Example, during student less motivational during online class. This shows students more to think negative about ODL and make them be lazy to study hard like before because they already set their mind that ODL is just a burden for them and cannot help them to perform in study. So the purpose of the research is to make them wake up and give them proof that actually ODL have a lot of pros that can help them in the future and to get a job. I hope this research can make them aware about ODL can change their mind that actually LDL have a lot of benefit. That's all from me. I hope my research successful and give and my objective was achieved.